Mythicals is a simple filler, 15 minutes or less for 2 players only. It is a competitive game and it is a completely abstract game. We're just collecting sets of cards marked by numerical value in suit, but it has this really nice theme of mythical animals, and that provides the excuse, so to speak, for really nice art. Matter of fact, the art on the cards of the game is probably my favorite element of the game, and so that's why I'm gonna let you take a good look at some of these images. Also look at the nice golden shiny accents there. For game purposes, again, we have 4 suits that are marked by the animal and the color and also a shape. And so you will see the circle and the square. And also we have numerical values from 1 to 5 plus the little explosion here that is the wild. And so we have 6 cards per suit, I should say six types of cards and 2 copies per card. We start the game by shuffling the deck together and then by taking this card and shuffling it together with the bottom 8 cards, providing a random end for the game. When somebody draws that card, then they finish their turn and then the game is over. We also have this board here, or better, it's like 3 boards that you place next to each other. And on these boards, you will place these tiles here. And they look nice and thick. Production is really very good. And you place them in those spaces there like that. Then we have these wooden tokens here, and they have their own little space there also. There we go. So you start your turn by collecting cards, and then you may, but it's not mandatory, use cards to collect one of those tokens. But again, the first thing is mandatory. You can collect cards in one of 2 ways. One of them, and is what you need to use the first turn, is to draw 3 cards like that. Then you, as the active player, can collect all of the cards of one type. In this case, I just won the most, and so I'm gonna take these 2 cards. And the cards that you take, you put them together by suit. And the remaining card or cards go to the reserve. And so all the cards that have not been selected of a type, they will go together. And suppose the next my opponent goes, this is what they draw. And now again, they can collect all of those of one type, and the remaining ones go there. And they maybe want to take this one. And so these ones go here. Now remember, there is another way to collect cards, which is instead of drawing 3 from the deck, take a color, place the remaining 1 or ones in the reserve, is take all the ones of one type from the reserve. And so for example, maybe now I want to go for this one. Boom, that's pretty neat. I told you that there are 2 copies of each card, so we have like 2 blue and 2 blues, 2, 3 blues, 2, 4 blue. That means that you can never have 2 copies of exactly the same card. So if there was a 4 blue here, I could not take it. And if I get a perfect copy when I'm drawing from the deck, well, then I cannot take it. If, for example, I'm drawing cards, and this is what I draw, totally random, am I right? Having these cards here, I could get the red one, no problem. If I get blue, I only get to collect the 1, but I cannot collect the other copy, and that will go in the reserve. So collect cards by drawing them here and adding the remaining ones, if any, to the reserve, or take them from the reserve. After you have collected cards, you don't have to spend them. How do you spend them? You want to spend them to collect those tiles there, because that's how you score points and how you win the game. Now you see different types of tiles have different requirements. These tiles here, they require 2, 3, 4, or 5 of a kind. So I have 4 blue cards here. I could discard them and collect this one. and the value is 2, 4, 7, 10. Of course, increase the more cards you're spending. And so that would be it. After I collect cards, I discard these and I take that tile. If you're collecting a tile as a bonus action, you can do one of the following. You can take one of these little tokens and place it on any one tile that is still available, and you see those slots there, so each can take up to 2 such tokens. If I'm doing that, it's probably because I have a good sense that I'll be able to collect it next. I'm not gonna place those tokens there if I see that you're gonna take a certain tile, because what do? They simply increase the value of that tile. So right now this tile, if somebody takes it, would have a value of 4 instead of the printed 2. Another thing that I can do as the bonus for collecting a tile is to actually quite the opposite, lock a tile. If you lock it, you can only lock a tile that doesn't have tokens on it yet. To lock it, simply you declare that you're doing it. You flip it face down. Nothing changes in terms of what you need to do to collect it. Nothing changes regarding the printed value. All that happens, simply you cannot add extra tokens to it to make you score more points, because see, the slots to place those are simply not visible anymore. So I'm gonna do that if I think you're gonna take a very valuable tile. These are the tiles here collected in different ways. This one, these tiles here, they would require cards of different suits and of the same value. And so, for example, with 2 4s, I could collect this one here. And that one up there requires a 6 of the same value. 6 of the same type, and the only way to do that is to have the 5 numericals, 1 to 5, plus the special, the one with the special whatchamacallit, which is also very good. The one with the wild numerical value, of course, is good to create matches, here. Like so. With these 4 cards, I can count them as 4 ones, and I can collect this one here. So this is the idea. This is how you play the game. Again, when the last card is drawn from the deck, that is discarded. That means there will be only probably 2 cards available that round for whoever was drawing them. The person completes the round as normal. And that's it. So this is the game, again, and of course the player with the highest score wins the game. Need I say so? I don't know, but I did say that. Again, such gorgeous cards, very nice. Gameplay itself, I find it a bit static and a bit bland. My point is that even if it's a filler, so I don't expect a ton of strategy, I still like to make some maybe basic but interesting decisions, some dilemmas, and I found that the space of decision is very restricted, and in that space of decision usually there was a move that appeared to be significantly better than another. Yeah, I'm taking into account not only what I want, but also what I don't want you to have, but it gets to a point where, again, I'm probably not going to go out of my way too much just to take a card. So instead of getting a set of 4, you get only 3 or 4 instead of 5. Because if that doesn't help me, the differential there is still not good enough in terms of points. I'm going to try to score points and keep an eye on what you have, and you're going to try to score points. And so there is an element of luck there that also is quite significant. The game is beautiful, the game is quick, but having played a couple of times, I didn't get into it and feel pretty good excited. The friend I was playing it with also didn't ask to play it more when I thought, okay, I think we can play something else now. So that's my assessment. One of the most gorgeous games that I've seen in a while, with absolutely excellent production. Look how thick this cardboard tile is. But gameplay, to me, is a little lacking.